Hello, E39 source. Danny here with my 2005 40i Touring in Japan Red. I've had this car for a couple days now. I bought it earlier this week in Los Angeles. I flew out there and bought the car in Long Beach, and then I drove back here to Phoenix. And this isn't my first E39. I've had a 2003 M Sport, I've had a 750, I currently have a 2000 M5 and a 2005 40i6 that I'm working on. But this here is my pride and joy now. I've always wanted a red E39. I've just happened to always have them in shades of gray, but this one I'm really happy with the color. I washed it and waxed it, and as you can see, the paint's in pretty good shape. There's some chips on the hood that you probably won't see on the camera, but they're there. But yeah, overall, very shiny, very nice. I haven't even done any good paint correction yet. It's just been, basic washing, waxing, Zano kind of stuff. Yeah, very straight body, no major dings or dents, no accidents on this one, clean title. 176,000 miles, super clean for that kind of mileage. MPARs all around. They're not staggered, unfortunately. I think they're just the fronts all around, and they're 245s, new Pirelli tires. I was pretty happy about that. They still look pretty good. Tint all around, which is an absolute must here in Arizona. Yep. Did a little restoration on the trim, so the trims are all nice and dark black now instead of the usual faded kind of gray. Yeah, overall, it's in really good shape. Drives great, has no real mechanical issues, no check engine lights, no errors. Everything about it is really nice. Options wise, it's not the most well optioned, but it has everything I want. It has the sport package, so it's got the sport package with the self-leveling suspension. It's got the sport seats, and it had the older style sport wheel, but I swapped in the wheel from my M5. This is a newer wheel. It's really nice. You can see the tricolor stitching. Really beautiful. Try to keep it clean. The wood trim and everything in this car is in superb condition. The previous owners did a really good job taking care of it. The driver's seat was a little dirty and worn when I got it, but a bit of cleaning it helped it really nicely. Carpets are still a mess, but I'll be getting new ones. Overall, really good shape everywhere. No heated seats, unfortunately, but I can live without that. It's like 110 here right now, so I think I can live without it. It's got DSP, which was pretty cool because the stock system sounds terrible. It's got the sunroof, as all US spec E39s do. Here, let me show you the back seat. Back seat's in really good shape too. There's just some of my stuff back there. Really nice overall. But by far the best feature is the hatch. Wagons. Beautiful. Carpet's pretty clean, just needs a bit of shampooing, but it's pretty easy. It's got the cargo cover, which is a really nice little option that cost a bunch when it was new. Also needs a little bit of love, but really nice. These seats fold flat completely, and then that cargo cover can actually be put further down there and serve as like a bit of a separator. Pretty cool stuff overall. Got the DSP amp here, which does block the battery, but the cool thing is there's this little knob that you remove, and this whole thing just swings out. It's pretty cool. And here, standard stuff. Standard 6 disc CD changer. DSP amp. Nobody really uses that CD changer. Come on. No spare wheel though, unfortunately, but what I plan to do is get a staggered MPARs, so I'm gonna get wider rears, and then I'll just take one of these 4 fronts and make that my spare. Yeah. Overall, really good shape, especially for how little I paid for it. Very pleased with it. For 176,000 miles, it is really, really good. Like, the engine does not have any rattles when starting up. It's just beautiful. Just listen to it. Man, look at that. Oh, wonderful. Yes, the cluster pixels are pretty bad, but I already have a solution for that. I have an M5 cluster laying in my garage that I'm going to get a friend of mine to code for me, so it'll work perfectly. He's gotten those things down to a science. He can make the oil lights work perfectly, the oil temps, everything. It'll be fully functional when it's done. So not too worried about the cluster right now since that's getting replaced. When I bought the car, the fan just blew at full speed, so the drive home I was pretty much choosing to either be sweating or be freezing because those were the only settings available. But thankfully a quick little FSU swap solved the problem completely, so it was a nice, easy, if not tight DIY. Yep. Otherwise, everything works great. The sound system works great. The mid here is not missing any pixels, which I'm very happy with. It's your standard tape player, which I'm very happy with actually, because I just use one of those little tape adapters to play music. That way I don't need to like worry about aux in. Eventually I'll figure out something. Cup holders kind of work, so that's pretty good. Yep, ashtray, all that works. This is missing a little thing here, but yeah, not too worried about that. Overall, just runs really well. All right, let me show you under the hood real quick. One thing I do have to replace are those blacked out side markers. I'm not a fan. I'd rather have the clear ones. The front badge has seen better days. It's like a $30 part. I'm not worried about that. I'll replace it. Not sure about these black kidney grills. I didn't install them. I don't know. I feel like chrome ones would look better. What do you guys think? The headlights definitely need to be swapped to the facelift ones. These are pretty faded in. I feel like they will make the car look really old. Anyways, let's pop the hood and see what we're working with here. Alright. Pretty clean under here. Valve covers are kind of messy, but the previous owner tells me the valve cover gaskets were done, and I believe him. It looks super clean. From what I could tell, the timing chain guides have been done too. I looked under the oil filler cap and I saw that the main timing chain looked pretty much brand new. So if that's true, that's going to save me a lot of trouble. Though, I mean, it's an easy job for me at least. Cooling system's been replaced. The only stuff that really needs to be replaced at the moment is this little filler cap, which is duct tape, and the fan shroud. Right now, this is being held on with this wonderful piece of zip tie. That's pretty cheap and easy, so I'll replace that. See, it's just cracked and falling apart. Other than that, everything else has been replaced. When I bought this car, I replaced the little mounts here. I replaced the little O-ring here. By the way, guys, if you're 540 or you're in any 39 in general, if it's having the reservoir leaking around here, it usually sweats around here. That's usually the little gasket in the cap has gone bad. There's a part number. You can look it up on Real LEM. And when you replace that little O-ring, that stops all of the leakage around the top. Really nice, just keeps things tidy. Then I also replaced the oil cap. Those are also known to leak as they get older, so that's like a $5 part. I replaced it, no more leaks around there. So, just little stuff like that. Other than that, everything else is in great shape. I mean, needs a bit of detailing. Inside of the engine isn't the cleanest, but it'll do. Plans for the car. I definitely plan to facelift the headlights. I plan to get in an M5 bumper. You know, M5 rear bumper, those are pretty tricky to come by, but Umnitsa has a good replica, so I'll probably just go with that. Oh, hold on, I think it didn't latch fully. Alright, much better. And then maybe quad tailpipes at some point to match my M5. I always like that. I mean, I wish BMW made the M5 in wagon form, but they never did, so I might just slowly turn this into an M5 wagon. I've seen a couple of those on Bimmer forums, and they're pretty sweet. I might do M5 mirrors. I always like those. They're really sleek and nice. As you can see, they're more rounded, more modern looking. I'm a fan of that. Then obviously, you know, staggered MPARs. So right now it's 245s all around. I'm going to probably put 245 front, 275 or 285 back, just like my M5. I like the bit extra grip. And then facelift rear taillights. I might go with the Euro ones because I feel like the reds don't contrast enough against the red paint, whereas the Euros have the clear turn signals, and the clears will just kind of look like the ones on my M5. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty sweet once I do some stuff to it. Then for the interior, I'm probably going to do kind of a two-tone tan and black kind of thing. Maybe like a black dash, the black tops of door cards, black seat bases. But overall, I'm really pleased with this car. It drives great. Yes, it's an automatic, but I kind of don't mind it actually. This is the first automatic E39 I've owned. These two are both 6 speeds, but it's kind of nice to be able to just, I don't know, not have to think about it too much. I don't know. Though knowing me, I'll probably end up 6 speed swapping it at some point in the future when I get bored of the automatic. Who knows? Guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, put about 1,000 miles on it so far, and it's just been great. My girlfriend loves it too, so that's always a good sign, right? That's basically my wagon for you.